I found a diary from 1988. Pretty cool. And today I want to read it. I want to read its secrets and I want to see what it has to say. So I found this book in a place here in Puerto Rico where you can basically leave books that you don't want anymore and you can take books. So it's basically a free bookstore and you find really interesting things there, like really cool novels, textbooks. It has saved my life from having to buy a textbook that's like $60 and I got it for free. But I never expected to actually find a diary. Here in my hands, I have people screaming outside. Here in my hands, I have thoughts, memories, stories from a person. Here in my hands, I have a person and their lives and his stories. And I just can't quite explain to you guys how excited that is. As a person that journals a lot, I know what it's like to journal. I know what it's like to pour your feelings, to pour your whole life. And I just couldn't imagine what would happen if a random person actually read all my thoughts, all my feelings, all my life. Because in these books, they have my life. Everything. Everything that I don't tell anyone, it's right here. So now you can understand why I am so excited to find something like this. So, without further ado, let's get cozy and let's start reading. There are so many questions I have, like how did this book end up being gifted? Something so personal. Did someone die and their relatives just didn't even see what this book was about and just threw it away and donated it? Or did they do it on purpose? Or did the person that wrote this do it on purpose? I guess we'll never know, or maybe we will. So the book has a 1988 sticker, which is why I'm guessing it was in 1988. And I'm trying to read what it says. It's something like Danny. I really can't read what it says. It also has an 88 sticker on the front page. It says Diana. So maybe Diana is the one that writes. Maybe she is our main character. So at first there's just a bunch of numbers, like a bunch of numbers for people, which is really interesting because I could call them and ask them like, who is this person? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's just pages and pages of numbers. That's just how it starts. And then the writing begins. It's Friday, the 21st of January of 1988. It says 1977, so this book was made in the 1977, but it was reading in 10 years later. Bad at math. Okay, let's read. It's windy. The air is dry, crying for water. The sky is black, black like the souls that destroyed it. 1998, the year of the sorrow. Now there is no way to look back. So it says that it's 1988. But in here she's talking about 1998. There are only a few survivors and they just don't want to remember with their eyes full of pain with no tears. The rainbow with its only color. In the hearts there was no hope, no care, no rest. Only a wish to live like before. Only the young could cry, feeling a loneliness never felt before, wondering what to do, where to go, where to hide. Like a world of emptiness, a sky full of tears, hoping to smile again someday. They walked for many days, with no road to follow, just holding their hands together, looking for a new life to live, for a new sun to bright. but there they were, in no place called nothing. Well, that's kind of sad. I mean, there are some pages like ripped, so that's something else that we don't know what was written there. But she's I'm trying to process what I just read. For starters, I'm trying to process what I just read. So it seems like something happened in 1998 that destroyed a bunch of people. It can be psychologically or actually destroy them. And she is basically talking about the aftermath, about how it feels, about how she feels, about how people feel after what happened. And we don't know what happened. So let's read the next page. A rising in dust, a living in fear, and carving its life in a world that's unreal. While seeing such clouds in a night that unites in a universe itself while sitting upright. Probably some dream or thought circumstance of some celestial being that's dying at last. Although it's not life, maybe it's okay to feel what one feels and just go away. And this says that it's written by Madeline Gonzalez. The dates are very confusing because first she's talking about 1998, then she's talking about 1992. So how does she know that something bad will happen in 1998 if she is writing in 1992? And also, is Madeline the one that's writing? I'm gonna call her Madeline. So Madeline says, now you are gone. Where? I ask. I don't know. It's unknown. I remember all I have right now, memories. They could be better. I know that. Oh, I love you so much. I wish you could be by my side. I will run to you, hug, kiss, and scream to the entire world how proud I am to be your daughter. I always knew there was a secret you couldn't tell, the one that made you cry, the one that made you suffer. I can't believe I won't see you no more. It's so difficult to understand. I feel a strange pain in my inside. It takes every second of my life, every beat of my heart. I feel so scared for life of things that happen so fast. It just used to imagine you in my wedding dress like my king. I'll miss you a lot. How much I'll give to have 1 second in my heart between my arms. Well, that was a lot. So basically, she lost her dad. I don't know if he's dead or if he's actually lost and she doesn't know where he is. Maybe he went to war. I don't know. I have this feeling that maybe he did, and now they don't know if he's okay. She said something about a secret. She knew there was a secret you couldn't tell. This is so interesting. Now it's January 26th of what year? I'm really not sure. But it's probably 92 or 93. But the world keeps its same destiny. Everything is the same. Some people forget and try to make me do the same. They just don't understand that your special love can be replaced, that I will always need to touch you and look at your eyes. Well, this is definitely making me cry. What she's saying here is that the world is just continuing. The world is telling her that she needs to move on, that it's over, that he's gone, and she just can't do it because she needs him by her side. People forget and try to make me do the same. They just don't understand. But the world just keeps spinning. Thursday, 27 January. Feeling alone, I look to the borders of my destiny, creating a desert with the infinity water of a hope. A chance of life. A symptom of courage develops, followed by the weak but deep sorrow. What's eternity? What's eternity? It really doesn't exist, not completely, my friend Hope. At least an emotion dies, a dream has an end, a desire is erased. I need a moment to understand what you wrote. So this girl, Madeline, she wrote Madeline, so it's definitely Madeline that's writing. How do I say this? She is a really good writer. Let's start by that. I feel like she's putting her sorrows in poems, and we just have to understand what's happening. We just have to understand her life. And I feel like here she's talking about feeling alone and that maybe there is hope, but she realizes that there just isn't. It just doesn't exist. Now here she writes in Spanish. I'm guessing she was a bilingual queen like me. Okay, so in here, from what I've seen, I'm pretty sure she's Puerto Rican, because in the address book she has on the top, there's a lot of places that I know that are Puerto Rican. There's only one that is in Colombia, but even that could be in Puerto Rico, so I would have to investigate. But all of these places are from Puerto Rico, so I'm pretty sure she's Puerto Rican. We even know where she went to school. She went to the Universidad Interamericana. That's a pretty cool university here. Wow, she has her ex Sammy in here. She has her grandma in here, but I'm not seeing her dad. She talks so much about her dad and how she misses him, and I guess by the time she wrote all these numbers, his number was not needed because he just wasn't with them anymore. Okay, so she starts talking in Spanish over here, and listen, I can easily translate stuff. Like if you tell me el dinosaurio se comió la manzana, I can tell you that the dinosaur ate the apple. I can easily translate it, but because she is speaking so eloquently and so poem-like, it's gonna take me a while. So I'm gonna go get a pen and a paper, and we're gonna do this. Okay, so I got the first verse down. You would be surprised to find in my craziness hidden truths, and in his truths your eternal craziness. That's a lot. Then she talks about how she anhela, I don't know how to translate that word, anhelo, longs, I guess. She longs, she has this supreme long for this person. You are my yesterday and I am your tomorrow. I am your root in the soil and you are my flower in the sky. Together we will grow by the sun. And like the sea that envuelves, and like the sea that cuddles me by the shore, that same way I will cuddle you with my manto. That's like this thing, with my mantle of love. My path is not your path, and regardless, together we will walk, taken by hand. So this is kind of like a love letter. I don't think this is for her dad. I think this is mostly for someone she is kind of having feelings for. So that's all I'm gonna read for this episode. There will definitely be an episode 2 because I want to know what else happens in this book. Now I saw that this book was made in 1977, so the dates are all over the place, but my conclusion is that this was written in 93, in the 90s. That's what I think it was reading in. As far as we know, Madeline lost her dad and she is expressing great grief. Also, she talks about something very bad that's gonna happen in 1998, even though it hasn't happened yet. So that is kind of weird. And we realize that she may be falling in love with someone. So if you want to know more, make sure to subscribe because I will be posting a part 2 if people want a part 2. So if you want a part 2, comment down below that you want it. Give this video a big like and I'll see you in the next part.